The Genghis Grill brings you the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show with head coach Lauren Montgomery.
All right, welcome to the Genghis Grill Bixby Spartan Coaches Show. I'm Pat McGrew, and we're here with the head football coach Lauren Montgomery. Coach, you know, you and I, we talked about it before the show. Man, I thought that we played as well as you could play, but didn't come away with the victory. You know, I know it's a tough situation, but, how are you going to handle this?
Well, we do. We felt like one got away from us, Coach McGrew, one that we should have won. But in this great sport of football, like you said, you can feel sorry for yourself Friday night, and when you show back up Saturday, it's time to go ahead and start working towards that next opponent, getting ready. The big thing, we dominated statistically in every phase of the game. The big deal is that we got to learn to finish and learn to eliminate mistakes. I know myself as a coach did not have the best game that I've had, and I know some of our guys that typically play mistake-free football had some big mistakes. So we got some things to clean up, and we got to do it quickly because we got a good opponent this week coming in with the Springdale Bulldogs.
Well, what's amazing about it is to me, you look at the three phases. You look at the special teams, defense, and offense. Special teams, I can't recall any big mistake. Defensively, other than maybe 2, maybe 3 plays, we played flawless. And then offensively, I made the comment up there to Chris Plank, man, this is unbelievable. I cannot tell what we're going to do. We were shuffling people in. I mean, we had one time that I think we got a penalty, but other than that, it was running as smooth as could be. We were driving it down, and we were talking, man, we should be 21-0 right now. But, it just doesn't always happen that way.
No, and this time of year in high school football, you've got to be able to put those drives together. And we've talked about this too. You're going to have a penalty, you're going to have a bad snap, things like that put you behind on the down and distance. And unfortunately, we weren't able to punch it in and go ahead and put points on the board. And really, you're evaluated on one thing. It's that win-loss column, and unfortunately, we were on the wrong side of that column this week.
Well, we were on the wrong side of it, Coach, but I tell you, you say you make a few mistakes. I know as a head coach you're going to do that, but I'm telling you, I thought our team looked great, and it goes right back to like the Matthews Ford Practice Player of the Week. You're going to play that good football when you have good practices. And who's this week's practice player of the week?
This week we'd like to recognize sophomore offensive lineman Brandon Dyson. Brandon Dyson is a guy that does everything right. He goes hard 100% in practice. He gives us a good look. And, as a lot of young offensive linemen are, he's just got to continue to grow, continue to be in the system, put on a little bit of weight. And we're expecting good things from Brandon.
Well, I know Chris Plank and I up in the box watching your game. Boy, it was a fun game. I was getting a little sleepy at the end. I'm not used to staying up that late. But, man, I'll tell you what, I know the coaches are ready to get in there for another week, and we're going to get back on the winning track. Good football team this year, and we'll be back with the first half of action from Genghis Grill.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show is brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, TTCU, Central States Orthopedic Specialists, Graber and Associates, TRC Disaster Solutions, and by Citizens Security Bank.
Zero down at Car Country, the only buy here, pay here dealership offering zero down. 6 months on job, 1 year local residence, household income of $2,000 or more means zero down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits, like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand.
Genghis Grill.
This is Miles and Jeremy at Matthews Ford, where it's a great place to buy a car.
Matthews Ford is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at MatthewsFordBA.com.
We just opened up a quick lane, didn't we?
The quick lane's up and running. We're really excited about it. There's no appointment necessary. Come and see us even on Saturday. I'll tell you what, we've got specials online as well as our complete new and used inventory.
You can find that at MatthewsFordBA.com. Give us a call, 251 Ford Matthews Ford, your affordable dealer.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, Tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest best on you.
Zero down at Car Country, the only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job, 1 year local residence, household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
Welcome back to Genghis Grill and the Bixby Football Coaches Show. I'm Pat McGrew, and this is the head football coach, Lauren Montgomery. Coach, you know, the first half of action, we were down inside several times. That's got to be a little frustrating, not scoring when you could have in the red zone.
No, exactly. When you get the ball down on the 1 or 2 several times, you as a coach, you just kind of got to put that down as automatic that you're going to go ahead and get that in, and weren't able to do it. And if we do, it's a different ball game. And so we hated that didn't happen in the first half, but we felt like everything we had was working, and we were ready for when we came out in the second half.
Well, we didn't get that victory, I know that, but I'm telling you what, this is some good football by the Bixby Spartans. First half action.
Yeah, our kickoff return has really got it going well right here. Coach Kennedy's got these guys, Coach Hicks got these guys dialed in, and you'll see we got some great creases right up the middle. We got some guys hooked up. I know Blake Kirk, J.J. Cantrell, some of our guys really taking some pride in that special teams work. We open up here, we throw the stick to DeAndre Jennings, and they hold us, and we end up getting them to jump off sides on a shift on our punt play. And then coming back here, defense had a good game, all night long. We got Jesse Price in, we got several guys in on the tackle. That defense doing a good job swarming the ball. Sand Springs has a very talented offense. They check with me and get themselves in the right play. But once again, we're getting good pressure on their guys, and unfortunately, we come off our coverage on the scramble drill, and they're able to throw and complete for the first score of the game. Right here behind the blocking of DeAndre Jennings and Dylan Hood, we get A.J. Harbin out on the corner for the stretch play. We were able to run the stretch play all night. We run the end around right here to Marcus Jordan. Marcus picking up a couple yards on that. That's a good little twist on our reverse, on our bunch package. Blake Cooper here at quarterback, running some of our Wildcat package stuff, sticking the ball up inside off the speed sweep action. Coming back here, Marshall does a good job of pulling the ball down and scrambling. Marshall did a good job scrambling when he needed to scramble the other night. He needs to have a little more confidence in his legs because he's doing a good job. Great combination block off the edge behind DeAndre Jennings and Austin Grotz right there to get that edge shield on the sweep play. Coming back right here, Caden Hudson on the zone cut play doing a nice job. And we come back, we run the fake reverse right here to A.J. Harbin. It even looks like it fakes out our cameraman just a little bit, picking up positive yards. That's a tendency they had on us on film. We like to run reverse out of that formation, and so we went ahead and just ran the regular stretch. Run bootleg right here and pick up the drag to Austin Grotz. Austin doing a fine job, young sophomore player that's doing a great job. Once again, we come back with Blake Cooper, and he's running the zone cut play off the speed sweep action, a nice little package that we had in last week. Caden Hudson pounding the ball down inside on the power base play. Caden doing a nice job. Felt like our running game was really good all night right here. We ran the stretch play. Unfortunately, aren't able to punch this thing in right here, and we come back once again, and we get tackled in our backfield for a 2-yard loss. Weren't able to get it in the end zone, unfortunately, right there, but the defense down on the goal line wanting to pin them deep and doing a good job. They try to set up a screen pass right here, and Mason Yelton almost picks that thing off. I guess that's why some guys are defensive players. But anyway, handing off the draw play right here, and Caden Hudson sticking that thing inside. Caden just doing a fine job getting behind his blockers, running behind his pads. We had good production out of all of our running backs last night. And Marshall on the drop back has all day. Look at that protection from that offensive line. Chandler Miller, Dylan Hood, Dylan Trudell, Zach Castillo, Bodie Clark, those guys doing a fine job. Great protection there, unfortunately unable to hold on to the ball of the middle. Coming back, defense, great pursuit down the line. Matthew Dreyer doing a good job right there. coming along right here, Sand Springs, throwing some quick game. We're doing a good job rallying. Okay, not getting bent out of shape. Once again, Caden Gasick on their quick game coming up, making a phenomenal play right there. Running the power base play. Look at that cut by Caden Hudson. What a fine job right there, reading his blocks, getting outside. We run the stretch play right there. You're going to notice DeAndre Jennings and Austin Grotz doing a fine job blocking. Coming back inside right here, sticking the power play inside. That's another 4-yard carry. 4 yard, 4 times 3 is 12. Is what we always tell the boys. If we pick up 4 yards, it's a positive play. All day to throw here. Marshall doesn't like anything downfield. Scrambles, picks up the first down. It's a good call right there. Handing off the zone triple right here to DeAndre Jennings. DeAndre picking up a carry. What a great short yardage, straight ahead back. Look at that defense rallying around. Doing a good job right there, Jake Castillo, Matthew Dreyer. Unfortunately, right here we got some guys confused on the back end and give them a cheap one on the straight inside zone play straight ahead.
Coach, that first half action, other than that one deal where, he got a pretty good run, you got to credit them a little bit. But you got to think going into half, we are dominating this game.
Yeah, dominating the game, and you hear coaches say it all the time is we dominated the game except for 2 big plays or 3 big plays, and well, those big plays put points on the board, so we got to continue to grow up and continue to correct some of those things, and instead of having a 40-yard run, we need to go ahead and tackle that guy and make it a 10-yard gain. And if we got guys showing up in the right spots like we're supposed to, we'll go ahead and get that fixed. Got full confidence we're going to get that fixed this week for the Springdale Bulldogs.
I felt like that we were in control of that first half. You got to feel good about the second half. But before we get to the second half, let's take a break. We'll be back with the second half action here at the Bixby Spartans Coaches Show.
0 down at Car Country, the only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job, 1-year local residence, household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand. Genghis Grill.
Miles and Jeremy right down here at Matthews Ford. And Jeremy, what do you get when you mix direct injection with a turbocharger?
Super excited.
And because it's EcoBoost technology, tell them.
At Matthews Ford, we're proud to present Ford's new EcoBoost technology, where SUVs can get over 30 miles per gallon and pickup trucks in the high 20s. We have a whole line of these vehicles, 5 different models to choose from, and you can look them up at MatthewsFordBA.com.
Give us a call, 251 Ford.
We like Adam, yes we do.
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account using our school pride card.
Oh, Adam, you're so fine.
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with a school pride card.
Our school gets a donation from TTCU when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best.
TTCU has more than 30 school pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
0 down at Car Country, the only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job, 1-year local residence, household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest best on you.
Welcome back to Genghis Grill and the Bixby Spartans Football Coaches Show. I'm Pat McGrew, and we're here with the head football coach once again. Coach, let's get right into action the second half. Boy, it was an exciting game, and it just makes me ready for the next week.
Well, we didn't feel like we had to make a ton of adjustments because what we had was working pretty well right here. But we'll open it up with Caden Gasick's big interception return to kind of springboard us and get us going right here. I thought he was going to take that thing all the way back to the house, but Caden's doing a fine job. Right here, once again, we go back to the stretch play with A.J. Harbin. A.J. doing a nice job getting that edge right there. Oh, excuse me. They got me faked out even right there. That was a hard play action fake, and we ended up scoring right there to Marcus Jordan. That just is an attribute to our offensive line and quarterback with what good play action those guys had. Coming back here, our defense right there, you'll notice Matt Dreyer flowing down the line of scrimmage, doing a fine job. Those guys playing hard, playing fast up front. They drop the quick game pass, and we come back right here. We run the stretch play right here behind DeAndre Jennings and Marcus Jordan and Dylan Hood, doing a fine job there. And we wanted to include this punt right here because Marcus Jordan, such a utility player, doing a fine job right here, punting the football, pinning them deep right here. That's a great field position shift for us, and very, very important that he does that. Bunch of Spartans rallying around the football right there. You'll notice Austin Boyer, you'll notice Matt Dreyer, you'll notice Jake Castillo, Nick Roller, young freshman in right there, and doing a good job stopping their speed option right here. I believe that's Mason Yelton and Brandon Turney inside from their linebacker positions, doing a fine job. Jesse Price pursuing, playing hard. You can't ever question Jesse's intensity. Plays 100 miles an hour all the time. Coming back here off the Sand Springs score, they're kicking off to us, and we almost get a nice crease to take to the house once again. Those guys on that kickoff return team doing such a fine job, taking pride in their unit, doing a good job. Some big returns we've had. Throwing the quick game out there to Isaiah Harbin. Isaiah doing a fine job for us. Coming back, running the stretch play right there, right behind DeAndre Jennings. Caden Hudson stepping out of bounds, stopping the clock. We know we're close on time right there. Coming back right there, a lot of Spartans around the football, gumming it up inside, wanting to do a fine job of stopping those guys and holding them. Unfortunately, we came out on the short end of the stick, but we got some great statistical leaders. Brought to you by Jim Norton Toyota. During the first half, we have 40, or during the Sand Springs game here, we have 40 rushes for 221 yards. We were 12 of 23 in the air for 143 yards. Marshall Ray, all that 12 of 23 with no interceptions. 364 yards of total offense. Our rushing leaders, Caden Hudson had 14 carries for 75 yards for an average of 5.36. A.J. Harbin, 9 carries for 58 yards for an average of 6.44. DeAndre Jennings getting 2 totes for 12 yards at 6 yards a carry. Those defensive guys also did a phenomenal job. Caden Gasick with the intercepted pass. Mason Yelton, our leading tackler, with 13 tackles. Brandon Turney from his inside linebacker position with 10 tackles. Jake Castillo from his nose guard position with 6 tackles. Great to get great production from those nose guard. And then Marcus Jordan from his safety position had 5 tackles with 1 for a loss. Proud of those guys and proud of the job that they did Friday night.
We'll come back here in a moment with the Car Country Player of the Week here at Genghis Grill and the Bixby Spartan Coaches Show with Lauren Montgomery.
Zero down at Car Country, the only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job, 1 year local residence, household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest Best on you.
These words are what we do. We're unloading all new Nissan Altimas, the world's coolest gas-efficient midsize. Let us offer you cash for your vehicle and ride off in a Nelson Nissan Altima for as little as $189 a month and get 1,000 additional trade dollars with an Altima purchase. You know the song. Nelson Nissan, across from Bass Pro Shop in Broken Arrow, where Altimas are usually $199 or less.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand. Genghis Grill.
This week's Car Country Player of the Week is the number 7, one of my favorite numbers, Mason Yelton. Mason Yelton has been a leading tackler for the last 2 weeks. He was outside linebacker as a sophomore. He was a defensive end as a junior. He's an inside linebacker as a senior. Mason Yelton, the leading tackler on the Bixby Spartans. And here we are. Welcome back for Genghis Grill for this week's Coaches Show. And we have here this week's Car Country Player of the Week, Mason Yelton. Mason, it kind of seems like you're the old man. I mean, when you can start 3 years, I know I've coached here. When you can start 3 years in 3 different positions, you got to feel old, you got to feel comfortable, and you got to feel like you're the leader on this football team.
Yeah, 3 years is a lot of years and 3 different positions. I think just experience and everything, people look up to me as a leader on the defense. So,
well, let me ask you a question. You started out as a sophomore playing outside linebacker. They moved you to defensive end. I don't know if I like that move. And then they moved you to the inside linebacker. Out of those 3 positions, which one do you think you like the best?
I like linebacker, outside linebacker. I was a little bit lighter back then, but DN was a little bit different. Inside linebacker, I really like that. I get to use my speed, and that's what I like to do.
Well, what's funny is and it's not really funny, it's a congratulations to you. Every time they move you, you play extremely well. Your intensity, and I know you, and I know the intensity that you have. You play hard every single play. I want to congratulate you on that. I'm glad that you're a Spartan. Thank you, how many tackles did you have this week? Was it 13?
13, yeah. And
how many did you have last week?
11, 12.
Yeah, it was 11, I believe. And that's 24 tackles in 2 games. That's a 12% for each game. So congratulations on a great week. And I know that you're ready to get back in there. Yeah. We got a Springdale, Arkansas team coming in.
Yes, sir.
Good luck. What do you think about that game?
I haven't really looked at them at film, but I think we're going to continue to get better and stuff. So I think we'll come back.
Well, as long as we have players like you out there, and I'm very proud of you, and congratulations, and good luck to you for the rest of the year.
Yes, sir.
Coming up, we will have this week's Nelson Mazda Youth Team of the Week.
This is Miles and Jeremy at Matthews Ford, where it's a great place to buy a car.
Matthews Ford is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week online at MatthewsFordBA.com.
We just opened up a quick lane, didn't we?
The quick lane's up and running. We're really excited about it. There's no appointment necessary. Come and see us even on Saturday. I'll tell you what, we've got specials online as well as our complete new and used inventory.
You can find that at MatthewsFordBA.com. Give us a call, 251 Ford Matthews Ford, your affordable dealer.
Genghis Khan. You may know me from such conquests as the sacking of Yanjing or the famous raid of Bukhara. Good times. But here, at Genghis Grill, I've chosen to turn my efforts from burning and pillaging to more noble pursuits like feeding and empowering. With 80 delicious fresh ingredients to build your own bowl, you can eat what you want. Could have used you at the Battle of Samarkand. Genghis Grill.
We like Adam, yes we do.
Adam Cash gives you $50 when you open a checking account using our school pride card.
Oh, Adam, you're so fine.
Adam Cash gives our school $50 when you open an account with a school pride card.
Our school gets a donation from TTCU when you use our card.
So does ours. You swipe and TTCU donates.
Our card's the best.
TTCU has more than 30 school pride cards for you to choose. It pays your school $50 and you $50 for getting yours. Get the best today.
Zero down at Car Country. The only buy here, pay here dealership offering 0 down. 6 months on job. 1 year local residence. Household income of $2,000 or more means 0 down. Visit CarCountryCars.com for credit application or visit the big guy.
He's the credit cruncher at Car Country.
When it comes to safety, performance, and technology, Midwest Sporting Goods offers athletes the edge with products like Shuck football helmets, tag shoulder pads, new 5150 BB Core baseball bat, or Nike and Under Armour apparel and shoes. Next time you suit up for a game or practice, put some Midwest best on you.
These words are what we do. We're unloading all new Nissan Altimas, the world's coolest gas-efficient midsize. Let us offer you cash for your vehicle and ride off in a Nelson Nissan Altima for as little as $189 a month and get 1,000 additional trade dollars with an Altima purchase. You know the song. Nelson Nissan, across from Bass Pro Shop in Broken Arrow, where Altimas are usually $199 or less.
This week, Nelson Mazda brings you this week's Bixby U Team of the Week. That team is Bixby White 5th grade, coached by head coach Mike Roller. I'm here with Bixby Hall of Fame 2011 inductee Coach Mike Roller, and And we're glad to have you and your team here at beautiful Genghis Grill for the football coaches show this week. Coach, can you tell us a little bit about your football team this year?
Yeah, first off, I want to say thanks for having us. We got several siblings that are playing on the high school team that's on our team. So we always have to move practice up on Friday, make sure they can get to the game.
Absolutely.
But we have a really good balanced team. Got a little bit of power, got a little bit of spread formations, and on defense, they're just a little bit nasty. So it's a lot of fun.
That's what it takes. I see a Miller boy, a Dreyer boy.
Miller, Dreyer,
Yelton.
We have all kinds of them. It seems like they just have a lot of brothers, and they all play similar. They all play with passion.
Well,
so
you said nasty, and that's what you get, I know, out of Dreyer and Miller and Yelton. Those guys are good football players, and they play the game well. I know this year's fifth grade bunch is kind of a special bunch. We have probably the largest number of teams in the fifth grade division of any other group. Can you tell us a little bit about BYFA and what is so special about that fifth grade bunch?
You know, I think I speak on behalf of all the coaches. We're very proud. I mean, I think all the coaches are doing something right because we got, every year it seems like we get 15, 20 more kids involved in the program. And every year we keep expecting it to drop a little bit. So it's a great thing. But I think we ended up hitting 94 kids this year, which, I mean, puts us up there with the same numbers of Union and Jinx, sometimes even more than them. And here we are, you know, a quarter of the size of the school, and we're putting out the same amount of numbers. And not only that, we're producing some really good quality teams. I mean, 3 of our teams in fifth grade last year went to the playoffs, and there's only, there was only 14 teams in the whole deal that went. So.
And in this sport of ours, you've got to have numbers. Football's a numbers game. And I understand that we have 5 teams, and I think Jinx only has 4 fifth grade teams this year.
I believe you're right,
So narrowing that numbers gap to get us where we want to be in 6A football.
Yeah, and I you look at our grade, and I look at some of the grades around us, and you're bringing in some really good coaches, and the kids, the quality of the kids are really, you're getting big kids with skilled players. So I think it's going to be a lot of good stuff coming for Bixby in the future.
Well, Coach, we appreciate you having you on the show. Who do you guys have this upcoming week?
This week we have Bartlesville White. It should be another good challenge, and should be a lot of fun.
Well, you got to be ready to play each week. Well, Coach, we appreciate having you on the show.
Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks for joining us on this week's edition of the Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show. We'll see you back here next week at Genghis Grill.
The Bixby Spartan Football Coaches Show was brought to you by Genghis Grill, Jim Norton Toyota, Car Country, Nelson Nissan, Nelson Mazda, Matthews Ford, Midwest Sporting Goods, TTCU, Central States Orthopedic Specialists, Graber and Associates, TRC Disaster Solutions, and by Citizens Security Bank.